Here we are in the Sabi Sands of South Africa, getting ready to go on safari. We're heading out to see the Big Five and whatever else is in our path.
There are a couple of guidelines that we do ask you to follow, mainly for our, not making animals nervous. You guys are going to be with us for the rest of the stay. Lawrence and myself, we're a team. Lawrence was born just outside the reserve, so if you notice here, like the back of his hand, he's a spotter. He's looking for tracks, mainly looking for tracks on their road. It's the biggest national park of South Africa and one of the biggest in the world. It's about the size of Belgium. That's 4.4 million acres.
Not like how.
While looking for the Big Five, the first animals we came across was a herd of Cape buffalo. Now don't let your guard down because these animals have been known to kill more hunters than any other animals in safari. It is known as the Widowmaker and it kills over 200 people a year. Some cool facts about the Cape buffalo are they are amazing swimmers. They have these little birds that sit on their back, and the birds have a really cool relationship with the buffalo because they remove ticks and insects embedded in their skin. The hide on the back of the neck of the buffalo is 2 inches thick, which protects it during battle from other animals. If a buffalo herd comes under attack from a predator, they circle around their young, and all the adults put their heads down in an effort to hide the vulnerable. When they lower their heads, their horns actually create a protective barrier around the young.
Way to go!
Oh man, he's walking. Oh God, you see it? Oh.
He's teasing him.
Did you?
The Cape buffalo is a sought-after trophy, with some hunters paying over $10,000 for the opportunity to hunt one. Our spotter Lawrence told Ricardo to pull over, and he stuck his hand down this little hole and pulled this out.
So it's similar to centipedes, but this one we've got differences in terms of the body and
Amount of legs.
Amount of legs. Two legs per segment. Yeah, the defense mechanism of this guy is to be poisonous. If you eat this little guy, you'll probably die.
Oh really?
Really?
Oh, wow.
That's how toxic it is anymore. It's really cool when it opens up and starts walking on your hand.
Yeah.
Really ticklish.
Nice. That's so brave.
Let me throw it on you.
You're so macho.
I'm so proud of you.
You're such a big boy, honey. As we were driving, we noticed a wretched stench in the air, so Ricardo knew there had to be a kill close by, so we were on the hunt to find it. He told us to look up in the tree, and there it was, a half-eaten body was slumped over the branch. The smell was insane. We noticed a leopard walking close by. That must have been the predator for this kill up in the tree. The reason why leopards put their kill up in the trees is that so no other animals can steal their meal. They are super skilled climbers. They can run up to 36 miles an hour, jump forward 20 feet, and leap 10 feet straight up in the air. They can hear 5 times more than humans can. They actually don't even need to drink that much water. They survive from the moisture they get from eating their prey.
As we headed off for the next sighting, I had this great idea to mount a GoPro underneath the Jeep to get some really cool shots. The sketchy thing was you had to get out of the Jeep. The grass is about 3 feet tall, and you just don't know what's laying in there waiting to eat you.
They feel comfortable in the open grasslands. They feel safer.
We just got word from another spotter that there were some rhinos close by, so we're on our way. I always had a feeling that rhinos were like really big animals, but when we came upon them, they were actually pretty compact and small. The name Rhinoceros actually means nose horn. I never knew that. They can live to be 40 to 50 years old. Rhinos are among the most endangered species on Earth. In the beginning of the 20th century, there were over 500,000 rhinos. And today, the estimate is about 29,000 because they are being killed illegally for their horns. In South Africa, one rhino is killed every 8 hours. Rhinos have fantastic hearing, a great sense of smell, but terrible eyesight. And their horn is made of keratin, the same substance that our fingernails are made out of. The largest male on record weighed over 6,380 pounds. What happened, guys?
The punch.
We drove by a riverbed and decided to stop and fly the drone to try to find some hippos. We had to have an armed guard because hippos are considered to be the most dangerous animal in the African continent. On average, they're responsible for the deaths of almost 3,000 people a year. The males are extremely territorial and will defend their section of the river to the death. The crazy thing is, hippos can run over 30 miles an hour on land, they weigh over 3,300 pounds, and their canine teeth can be 20 inches long. I could never imagine these big, fat, lazy river animals could do so much damage. Good thing we made it out with our asses.
I've been waiting to see these giraffes. They are so beautiful. Giraffes are the tallest mammals on Earth. Their legs alone are taller than most humans at about 6 feet. They can run as fast as 35 miles an hour. They live up to 25 years. They spend most of their time eating and can actually guzzle up to 100 pounds of leaves and twigs in a day.
Have a look at the way he walks when he crosses the road. The two legs on the same side move at the same time.
The craziest fun fact that we learned was that giraffes only need 5 to 30 minutes of sleep in a 24-hour period. I wish I could operate on 5 minutes of sleep a day. I get a lot of stuff done. We were totally spoiled on this trip. Every couple of hours, Ricardo would pull over and have a huge spread for us. Drinks, coffee, watermelon, fruit. It was amazing.
If anybody's up for it, tastes very good with coffee or hot chocolate.
Just chilling on safari.
And as Lawrence and myself were finishing up in the front, suddenly another guest says, "Oh, look, another rhino." So I look on the side of the vehicle and I see this big male, and he's running towards the vehicle, like from the back, full speed. I'm like, okay, that's not good. By the third or fourth time, he was about this distance.
It was the third time.
It was about this distance. Big male rhino bull here. Lawrence and I just ran around it.
We saw the mamba crossing there, and we were like looking on a mamba. You know, mamba is a very scary thing.
Yeah.
Do they typically travel in packs?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Not all the time. Sometimes I can go solitary.
Yeah.
It was pretty amazing that in our journey to see the Big Five, we actually saw about 15 different types of animals living in their natural environments in the safari.
Here we go, it's lion time.
They're more active at night. So they patrol, they fight, they hunt, they mate, they look for the females at night. So when you see them during the day, most of the time are sleeping. Boring, sleeping and doing nothing and just snoring even.
The king of the jungle. Although, where did that saying come from? Because lions don't live in the jungle. They eat on average about 14 pounds of meat a day. A lion's roar can be heard from as far as 5 miles away.
My birth sign is Leo the lion.
So Ricardo wasn't lying. Lion! These animals are lazy. They sleep up to 20 hours a day. Another interesting fact was that the male lions defend the pride's territory while the females go out and do most of the hunting. Despite that, the males eat first. What the hell? So about 100 years ago, there were more than 200,000 wild lions living in Africa. Today, there are only 30,000. Trophy hunters kill about 600 lions a year, and it's estimated that lions kill about 250 people a year in Africa. We heard there was a native tribe rehearsing for an upcoming wedding. Ricardo introduced us to them, and we were honored to be able to experience their song and dance. After they were done rehearsing, they just walked on into the bush. We have no idea where they went.
Where are they going?
Maybe that's why they call them bush people.
So we saved the best for last. No matter where we travel around the world, we are absolutely in love with elephants.
That was crazy.
Elephants, 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 elephants.
I love elephants! Here's a couple of elephant fun facts. Their skin is over 1 inch thick. They have a super slow pulse rate, around 27 beats a minute. They're herbivores and need to consume 300 to 400 pounds of food a day. Ricardo got word on the radio that there was a bull elephant in the middle of the road about a mile away, so we headed that way. As we got closer, the stench was insane. This guy was in heat and looking for some ladies.
That thing is huge. He had so much man juice in him that his thighs were saturated with an oily, stinchy mess.
Ooh, so that's what the smell
the
is.
smell?
An elephant's trunk weighs around 400 pounds and contains about 100,000 different muscles. So it was really cool to see how they just rested over on their tusk. Yeah. They can stand up to 13 feet tall, weigh over 14,000 pounds. But that doesn't stop them from being scared from a little old wildebeest. Oh my god, a wildebeest! Oh my god. They eat about 16 hours a day, and they can run a staggering 25 miles an hour. Elephants are also very emotional. They cry when they're upset and squeak when they're happy. They're the only other animals other than humans that grieve for their dead. And they have a great memory. This beauty let us enjoy him for about a half an hour. And when he was done, he let us know. He started coming after the Jeep, so we took off. Good thing this Jeep can drive faster than 25 miles an hour. After an amazing day on safari, we got to enjoy an epic African sunset.
Thank you so much for
Salute.
salute.
It's been a pleasure.
Great experience.
Yes.
Definitely,
Cheers.
We had a
One of a kind.
wonderful time.
one of a
Yeah.
kind, unique experience. And,
We got to see some mating.
couldn't have sped it with better.
and-
Couldn't have sped it with better guys.
Cool.